going on, guys? King Shrats here, back into the video on the channel. And today, as you can see, I have Wendy's canned chili, which I found in Walmart. And I was interested to see if it tasted like chili from actual Wendy's. Now, full disclosure, if you can't tell, these are already partially eaten. Once again, after I gathered myself and tried to edit this video, I realized that my soundboard shorted halfway through and it caused all of my audio to get distorted. This is like the third time in a month that I've had issues with my soundboard, and I'm not the happiest about it, but the show must go on. I'm actually just going to throw the rest of that footage on there with the ruined audio because it's still legible, but it sounds like crap. I apologize in advance if you don't want to watch that part, but since I still have the food, I'm at least going to talk about the differences and show you what I thought when I tried this. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and act like I didn't try this already because it's just not in my nature. I can't do that kind of stuff. So let me show you what Wendy's chili looks like. These are the partially used spoons because, again, I already tried this. But Wendy's chili, as opposed to their canned version, the canned version is a lot thicker. Now, I heated this up again. It is actually still hot, but you can't tell because look at the amount of viscosity, liquid thickness that is on that compared to the Wendy's original chili, which is a lot more runny, comparatively speaking. That is the first difference that I noticed between the two. The second one, and the utmost more noticeable, I couldn't think of the words to use there, is the fact that you can't duplicate what comes in Wendy's chili, in my opinion, and here's why. The ground beef that they use in this, for most people who do know this, but there might be some that don't, there is fresh ground beef. Now, when I say fresh, I use that loosely because they take the burger patties that they don't use. Wendy's uses fresh, not frozen burgers. And they just grind them up and they add it to their chili mix, and that's how you get this Wendy's chili. Some people don't necessarily like that, but I think it's a great way to not waste food. I have zero issue with it, and I'm actually a fan of Wendy's chili. But that's the biggest noticeable difference. This one, the ground beef, it's in a can. It has preservatives. It's much mushier. This one has a better texture to it and a much beef-enhanced flavor from using fresh ground beef. That was the biggest thing. I don't necessarily care about this thickness part, but it is noticeable when you eat it. This is the consistency of Hormel chili, and it even smells like it. Now, when I actually ate it, I was surprised to find out that it didn't taste like Hormel chili because I don't like that Hormel chili stuff. I used to, but every time I try to eat it now, it makes me nauseous. Full disclosure, again. So those are the biggest things that I noticed from one chili to the next. Would I get this chili was probably the biggest question that people will, in fact, ask. The answer is no. Why? You find this at Walmart. I have Wendy's that is close to me just like Walmart, and this costs $3.50. This costs $3.69. I don't know what the exact fluid ounces are on this chili, and I'm not going to get up to look, but you can see the can difference. It's probably close to the same. This is a much better quality chili than this chili, and the price point is pretty much the same. I will say that all of the ingredients other than the ground beef are pretty much the same. They do have the noticeable, the kidney beans are in this one, so just to give you an example, this is the canned chili's kidney beans. And then this, there we go, is the Wendy's chili kidney beans. So they're the same. There's also the tomato and the actual chili mix. They're using the same mix. There's no doubt about that. But the beef just doesn't hold up to this one. And because of that, I wouldn't get it. I'd rather just, I'll put it this way. I love the marketing on this. I think it's really cool, and I understand why people would want to try it. But if you're expecting this, you're not going to get that from this. It's just not going to happen. If I had to give you advice, I would just go to Wendy's and get the chili, get a large chili if you wanted a chili. This way you got a can of chili sitting there taking up space. Wouldn't really make sense. And you can just get the fresh version. I will say this though, if you have a can, like if you threw this on like a hot dog or something like that, on a barbecue, some people like chili dogs or something, I could see that. It would work, but just know, if you go here expecting Wendy's chili, you're not going to get it. Last, we will come to the ratings. Wendy's chili, I rate everything on scale. So on a fast food scale, I always gave Wendy's an 8 out of 10. It's good. It's not my favorite side dish, but I still think it bangs. It's way up there for me as far as in the fast food hierarchy. And then this Wendy's chili, I would give a 4 out of 10 to. Again, it tastes very artificial. It's just, you took the essence of why I like this chili and you left it out. it's canned. I didn't expect it to, but that's why we review things, and I did want to make sure that I compared one to the other. That is it. I want people to know. Again, I'm going to throw in the end of this footage just so people don't know that I'm not, like, BSing anybody. It was a little bit annoying to have it happen, but these types of things do happen. The biggest difference between me and other people who make content is this. Other people who make content, when the audio gets distorted, or maybe you missed a cue, or the lighting, or, you know, the footage gets ruined, they can go back and reshoot it and just make, and you would never know the difference. With food, I can't do that because I can't re-eat this, and I could theoretically just say, okay, I'm gonna go back and act like I didn't have before, but I ain't that type of person, bro. We're gonna keep it a stack here. Everything that I said, I did say the first time, but I will show you, because it's not scripted, what the original video looked like, just for future's sake. I do have a conversation at the end. More or less, I just kind of talked about where the content's going. You've seen my football shorts, and you've seen some of the things that I've been doing with that. I just wanted people to know that the football thing is something that's been my identity for my entire life. I didn't really get known for food or anything until the YouTube thing kind of just ran with it. And it's something that I'm getting used to, because my whole first 3/4 of my life, I was the athlete, the football player, and now I'm the food guy. It's just weird. So that part of me is just a part of my personality that I never showed on the internet. I've been getting some comments. I don't think people are being rude, but they're like, "Oh, you do football now?" And I'm like, "I've always done football. I just didn't post it." There's a lot of things about me that I just, you know, I value my privacy, and I just give you glimpses of parts of who I am. Like, the person you're talking to is not a personality, as you can tell. Who the hell would make a video like this? But that's just another part of things I enjoy. I mean, you guys know, if obviously by my background, the horror movies and stuff like that, but there are other parts and things that I might do as far as like hobbies and things like that, that I don't really talk about. Like I said before, I could probably make an entire channel just talking about history, because I was a history major before I switched to exercise physiology, and I just decided that history didn't really make a point in college. I didn't want to be a history teacher, so I switched. But I read history novels. I don't read nonfiction. Or should I say, I don't read fiction. I read nonfiction stuff because I'm very interested in history. It's something that I find it very interesting to learn about how things happen, different cultures, how they came to be, civilizations, the rise of them, the fall of them, you name it. But I'm just giving you other glimpses. I can't flood the internet with content because I'm only one person. Obviously, you know, I'm into fitness. I own 2 personal training studios, and this is just who I am. But yeah, that's the paraphrased version. If I just wanted to kind of, there's parts I'm obviously missing because I'm just going off the top of my head, because we don't script things here, as I said before. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you do want to just see what the audio looks like, or some people may not care. Last time that this happened, I had Sunday Night Football in the background, and people said you should have just posted it. So I'm taking your advice as an audience, and I'm putting it towards the end. But this was the point of the video. Oh, one more thing, people who don't want to watch it. These are Ruffles chips. They're upside down. I'm going to get another bag and do a review because I have to post shorts with it, and it's just ruined. But these are Flamin' Hot Queso cheese. And yeah, they're the only thing I thought of similar was LeBron James's, which was the Flamin' Hot cheddar and sour cream. These are better in my opinion because the cheese flavor is stronger, a little bit more spice to it, and it's not watered down by the sour cream part. I just found that very enjoyable. So I gave these a 9 out of 10, rating it against other fast, or should I say chips. People who don't know how I rate things to scale. I don't rate this against everything ever. Some people do that. I rate this against other chips. To me, that's what matters, but everybody has their own system. That's my system. So these are a 9 on that scale. I will definitely get these again. These are what I would call a rotational bag of chips. I think they belong in the rotation, meaning if I see them and I'm in the mood for them, I'm going to switch it up and do that. If I don't feel like having a purple bag, which is rare, or they don't have the purple bag, I would look to something like, oh, like that's this chip for me. So it is a W. I'm not going to give you an outro. I'm still going to do it because there's going to be a little tail end to this video for people who don't want to watch it. But thank y'all for rocking with me, man. It's frustrating sometimes when these things happen, but this is life. Like, what are you going to do? I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. Is it annoying? Sure. But, you know, you move. That's all you can really do. I can't, like crying or yelling or screaming is not going to change anything. I just said, you know what? Turn the freaking camera back on. and let's just make the best of the crappy situation. So that's that. If you want to watch the crappy part of it, because there are things that I didn't touch on here, enjoy it. Otherwise, I do appreciate y'all. We'll be back. If you want to hop on a Twitch stream and talk, my streams are a little more structured now, believe it or not. I usually talk for about the first 30 to 45 minutes, and then we watch game film after that. It's not just straight game film. There are people, we can still talk about everything, but it's not just me rambling on for 3 hours anymore, which is cool. I'm finding streams really enjoyable because I enjoy watching film, and sharing that with y'all, you know, is cool. And obviously interacting with y'all is cool. But yeah, I'm rambling at this point. This is what I do. There's no script here. There never has. People who think there is, you don't know me, bro. This is what I do. I just talk. We'll be back tomorrow. More content. If you watch another part, enjoy the video. I love you. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube. Nobody makes lemonade out of lemons like me. We move!
Okay, I just watched the rest of the video just to see what it sounded like, and I have to make an executive decision here. But before I do that, I'm going to give you about a 10-second snippet of exactly what it sounds like.
Okay, so I'm a fan of Wendy's chili. If you don't know, I hope it's good. Just off of the smell test. Again.
So yeah, pretty much the whole video is like that, and it keeps doing this weird type of noise. If you didn't catch that, that was... So I can't subject people's eardrums to that. I know how people are with audio and you know, video quality. I completely understand, but I gotta pull the plug on that. I thought I was gonna show it, but I can't do that to you guys. But I just wanted to be like transparent about what happened, and still I can't go back and reshoot food. So it is what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed, man. I just have to do a better job of like EQing and sound checks and stuff before my videos, I guess. I felt like I had a good grasp on it, and it just, for whatever reason, these things do happen. It's not just me. I'm not like, this is a part of the game. But yeah. So anyway, I love y'all, man. We'll be back. More content. You seen it from a different angle. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.